Hey guys, Dave here. Welcome to the Centurion's Review. This is Napoleon's First Battles from Decision Games, and also says Overlord Games, so I assume Overlord was probably the original publisher of it. But it looks like the battles are Montagnat, Arcola, the Pyramids, and Marengo. Napoleon's First Battles covers four of Napoleon Bonaparte's earliest battles presented in easy, quick-playing war games. Game counters represent the historical regiments, brigades, and leaders which actually participated in the battle. The game system is divided into basic and advanced rules, including rules for command and control, clan and morale, and fog of war. It says complexity is low and solitaire suitability is high, and looks like it's a Joe Miranda game. Alright, there's two maps in here. We'll get to those in a minute. And here's the basic rules. Kind of weird how the booklet seems almost backwards on this, but anyhow, it starts with a introduction, and then the counters on them got combat strength, movement allowance, elan, and command radius, and so on and so forth. That's for a commander. And then units just have elan, movement, and combat strength. Alright, here's your movement rules. I don't see a zone, here's your sequence of play, rather. Alright, here we go. You got a reinforcement segment, bombardment segment, movement segment, assault segment, rally segment, and then the second player turn who repeats all those, and the end of turn. Alright, here's some reinforcement rules. Going over movement and zone of control rules. And if you start in an enemy zone of control, you can't move at all. No surprise there. Alright, and there's a stacking limit. Stacking limit for one hex is 2 combat units plus any number of commanders. Alright, makes sense. And here's the third page of the basic rules. So the basic rules are pretty short. There it's going over bombardment combat and assault combat here. And now the advanced game begins here. Looks like the advanced game has friction events and contingency reinforcements. And then the zones of control, there's some advanced rules. It looks like you got countercharging in it too. And there's bridges and engineers in the advanced game. That's kind of cool. You got pontoon bridges. Here's your destroying bridge rules. And here's your bombardment and fog of war rules. And it says each battle has its own victory conditions. I think there's a scenario book in here too. We'll go to that in a minute. Alright, here's the scenarios. There's the pyramids. Here's Marengo. Got some historical notes here too about the battles. And here's Montagnat and Arcola. Looks like we got a player aid card too. Just showing the units for each of the scenarios, and on the other side it's got a disintegration track and a turn record track. Here's your assault combat result table, and here's the counters, and they're unpunched. That's good. They actually don't look bad for an old game. I mean, they're just basically standard NATO symbols, but it looks halfway decent. Looks like most of them are single-sided. And here's the other one. So it's got the counters actually organized by the battle. So there's Montagnat and then the Arcola. Makes it easier when you're setting up for the first time. There's pyramids. And there's Marengo. And here's a game response card that might actually still be valid because Decision Games still exists. I don't know if that's where they're currently located or not, but... Oh, and as always, there's some errata here. Napoleon's First Battle clarifications. Well, they call it clarifications. I call it errata, but that's in there too. Alright, here's the Marengo map here, and then on this other part here, this is the Montanet map. I mean, the maps are simple, but I'm sure they work fine for the game. Not very visually appealing, but it's a simple map, which is okay. Alright, over here, we have the pyramids, and you got your terrain effects chart, bombardment combat table, and assault results combat table, and here's the terrain effects chart notes, and then Arcola's on the other side. Let's take a look at it. There you go. Just wanted to show you guys this old game. Thanks for watching, and have a good evening.